Welcome to our channel Where the Wind Goes. Today we're looking at a really controversial topic, which is insulation. Now, right off the bat, I just want to say that we are not experts in this field whatsoever. Whether it's been looking at things on Facebook, YouTube, books, or forums, we've kind of looked at it, we've judged what we're going to do along the way, and we're going to go with it. So, this video is not about us explaining to you what the best way is. It's not looking at the different types of insulation. However, we do have a video for that which you can check out. This video is simply us putting insulation into our van the way that we've done it, and hopefully it can help you. Now, I'm very much aware that this video could get a lot of stick in the comment section. That's fine, because we've ultimately chosen to go down this route. It's the way that we're going, and I've seen different people do it this way, which is great. I've seen people do it many different ways, and that's also fine. As long as it works for you, great. So, we're going to explain the reasons why we've done it this way. Not to cover ourselves and say because we know best, absolutely not. But more so just to say this is why, these are the pros, these are the cons, here we go.
We decided to go for Rockwool. A few reasons why is that Rockwool is a good price for what you get. It's fire resistant, it's relatively available in shops and stores, it has a really high R factor, and it's got really good soundproofing properties. The first thing we did was fill all of the bulky structural parts of the van with Rockwool. We didn't push it in too tight as we still want airflow around the insulation. After filling all of the bulky structural stuff, we moved on to filling our doors, being careful to mind the door mechanisms and also things like lights and wires. A common thing that keeps popping up is whether or not to fill the floor cavity with insulation. We've decided not to, and there's a reason why. On Fiat Ducatos, Citroen Relays and Peugeot Boxers, there's bungs you can undo underneath the van that allows water or moisture to drain out. If we put insulation in the cavity, this allows a bit of a moisture trap, as it would absorb all the moisture and it would go smelly, damp, and start creating mould. That's why we've decided not to put insulation in the cavity. This isn't a vapour barrier, this is quite simply thermal wrap. And the whole point being is that it keeps the heat in and the cool out. We started on the roof and we worked our way down the panelling right to the bottom. We started on the roof so we could get a good layer of overlap so that we're not leaving any gaps for heat to escape. We'd finished the one side and then it was time to move on to the other side. As previously mentioned, we've been working from the roof, then down. However, in this clip, we weren't sure if we were going to put a small window in or not. So, we started on the bulky structural section. We stuck some aluminium tape to hold the thermal wrap in place. Then, we got our adhesive and sprayed all over the wall and also onto the thermal wrap to get a really good bond. Then we worked down, making sure it was nice and smooth and there were no lumps and bumps or creases within the thermal wrap. We did the exact same for the bottom panel. And then cut a small section out to fit behind the wheel arch. Aluminium tape. After each section of putting thermal wrap down the wall, we then went over with aluminium tape to seal up all of the joints, so we weren't getting heat escaping through the joints. Once we had finished on the walls, we then started on the roof. Pretty much the same process, just making sure everything was nice and flat and there were no creases within the thermal wrap. Just like on the walls, we went over sealing up all of the joints with our aluminium tape.
So for our insulation, what we're doing is using kingspan as we got given it, so we're using up resources, and also we're using Rockwool. So this might get heavily disputed, but it's the way we're doing it. We've looked into it, it seems all okay. And also we don't have a ton of money and a ton of resources, so we're doing it budgeting. So what we're doing is simply getting our kingspan, putting it in our gap where we're wanting it to fit, taping it with adhesive behind so it stays put, and then what we're going to do is fill all around and over top with our Rockwool.
After putting our board insulation on the walls, we then got our spray adhesive and started to glue around and over the board insulation to stick our Rockwool to. Thanks for checking out our video. Hopefully it's been helpful to you and you've learned something. If you want to see any of the products that we've used in our videos, just head down to the description and you'll find the link. This is what it looked like after we finished our insulation. If you want to follow us, you can on either Instagram or subscribe to our YouTube channel. With that said, we will see you soon.